Computex is finally over and AMD started it off with a bang, announcing Ryzen 3000 and their new X570 chipset motherboards. AMD for the past several years has been the go-to company if you were a budget-minded PC gamer. And with the new Ryzen 3000 processors coming out and the prices being announced, it looks like on their processors they are sticking to their budget-minded marketing. With the Ryzen 5 3600 coming out at a $200 price tag, and the Ryzen 7 3700X coming out at a price of $330, it is looking pretty nice. And they're coming out with even newer lines with the 3800X, which they're calling their gaming enthusiast processor, as well as their new Ryzen 9 line, the 3900X, which is a 12-core processor. And then we are still waiting on an announcement on that White Whale processor, the 16-core that has been rumored. So the Ryzen 3000 processors are looking good price-wise for the budget-minded PC gamer, but now we have the new X570 motherboards. Most board partners have been tight-lipped about the prices of the new X570 lineup, but Gigabyte has announced tentative prices of their X570 lineup, which has me a little bit worried about those prices. With their flagship motherboard, the Aorus Extreme, being announced to have about a $600 price tag. That motherboard looks fantastic though with a 14 plus 2-phase VRM. The X570 motherboards are coming out with support for PCIe Gen 4, which is offering higher bandwidth, and with that higher bandwidth, we are going to need sturdier and thicker PCBs to support that high bandwidth. And that is where the prices of the X570s are coming in. So the point of this video is to start a discussion with you guys. Is PCIe Gen 4 a gimmick, and is it worth the extra premium? We know that PCIe Gen 4 at this time is not going to offer any performance uplift in gaming. The only benefits we're going to see from the PCIe Gen 4 right now is through data transfer speeds with our SSDs. So the question here now is X570 going to price AMD and Ryzen out of the budget-minded market? And the answer for that is no, because AMD, unlike their competitors, is going to allow us to use their older chipset motherboards like B450 and X470. They have said also though that X370 and B350, only select motherboards from those chipsets, will be allowed to support Ryzen 3000, but with a BIOS update. So I want to start a discussion with you guys. Are you going to be upgrading to an X570 motherboard when you go Ryzen 3000? Or will we be sticking with B450 and X470 to save that money, but lose out on those new features like PCIe Gen 4 and the upgrade in VRM design? When you look at the VRM designs on these X570 motherboards and consider that they are giving us such excellent VRMs like that 14 plus 2-phase VRM on the Aorus Extreme, you have to think that these Ryzen processors must be highly overclockable. So maybe we can see a Ryzen processor get to the 5 gigahertz mark, or maybe even higher. And what is this X570 chipset doing for us if it's going to be drawing 11 to 15 watts? And since they are giving us all these overhauled VRMs and overpowered chipsets, will we be able to overclock these new Ryzen processors if we were to stick with the B450 and X470 motherboards? So let's get that discussion going down in the comments. I want to hear from you guys what your thoughts are, and if you're going to be upgrading to the X570 motherboards. I plan on upgrading to the Ryzen 3000. I'm currently on Intel with the i7-8700K, and with MDS and zombie load affecting Intel processors, I cannot wait to get back to the AMD side of things, and I will be upgrading to the Ryzen 7 3800X, and believe me, I will be doing so many videos on that, especially starting off with a comparison of my 8700K and the 3800X in multiple workloads, including gaming and editing. As you can see, I am into water cooling, and I do plan on water cooling my new Ryzen 7 3800X when it comes out. I have a whole bunch of parts planned out for you, with the Ryzen 7 3800X being priced at $400 and these new motherboards being priced at around $300 to $600. it really hurts me to think that I'm going to be spending over $1,000 on just the motherboard and processor. So if you do want to see my video coverage on the new Ryzen processors, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. All right, so let's get that discussion started. Let's keep it friendly and nice. Talk about the B450 and X470 chipsets if you're going to be sticking with those, and if you think they're going to be viable when it comes to overclocking these new Ryzen 3000 processors, or do you plan on going with the X570, and are you going to be using that PCIe Gen 4 to its full capacity? All right, so that's going to end this video, guys. If you liked it, give it a like, and if you want to see more from us, hit that subscribe button and the bell, and we'll see you guys in the next video.